Hey, good morning, traders. Welcome to the All Markets webinar. This is Bruce at Bookmap, and we're going to be going through the live order flow. Welcome to the and understand what's going on in the auction process by understanding the activity of the orders of the participants. That is the only way that we can understand what's going on in the markets. It's always the case. It is always through the order flow or the activity of orders, and then that is the order flow, and that's what gives us an edge by understanding order flow. All right, so general disclosure: all Bookmap Limited materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. Risk disclosure: trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. We usually have this onboarding event on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. It is canceled for tomorrow, just to let you know that. Okay, so we will bypass it this week. If you have any questions or needs for onboarding, we're here to help you. Reach out to support@bookmap.com. There's also all sorts of great resources we have that can help you if you go to bookmap.com. And then you can just click on education right here. That'll take you to the Learning Center. The Learning Center here, getting started, click on that. How to download the platform here, the run options window, adding or updating your Bookmap version, connecting to the data providers here, as well as adding a symbol to the Bookmap chart. A very, very basic, simple videos here that will guide you through that process. And then there's an overview of Bookmap here as well that you might find helpful and interesting. All right. So anyway, we'll be back next week with the onboarding webinar. All right. So well, we got some volatility again in the markets. Well, it never left, but let's take a quick look at the VIX. Actually, where is the VIX? I just want to take a look here, and let's put this into perspective here. All right, we're gonna take a big step back and look into in the bigger picture here. The voice sounds great today. Almost there, Alois. Good morning, everybody. Still a little wheezy and coffee, but coughing. But yeah. Anyway, we're really testing some pretty interesting levels. We're almost what's the chatter here on kind of in bear market zone here, and that's let me look at the slide here, the slide down. Okay, so there was initial slide over here from what the all-time highs, 62, around 62.50, down to 54.70. And then a little bit of a kind of rebound, and then the big move here and the follow through to the downside, and through our levels in here. We'll look at our higher time frame. This is our higher time frame in Bookmap. This is back to 2022 Ukrainian war, and that kind of slide in the market here before the move back up, and then here's the tariffs move to the downside here. This is by far the biggest move, and everything we see in here, and we're going to see some pretty big counter trend moves as well. We can guarantee that. But what's the data look like this week? FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday. Yeah, the bigger events here, core and CPI data on Thursday, and then consumer confidence and PPI on Friday. Okay, so obviously a lot of speakers or geopolitical type stuff, which can happen on a whim. So be very, very careful in these markets because something like that, a tweet or something can unfold and just rock the markets. All right, so we really have to be aware of that environment, and either be prepared for it by having news feeds, being aware of it, by also just limiting your risk, and then if you do see something that kind of rocks the markets, join in and get back on that train and take advantage of it. And we're small enough as traders, retail traders, that we can get away with that with our positioning. Okay, no problem. So that is our edge. We can be very, very nimble. Good morning, Trading is Life, and Rob. All right, everybody else in here. Alan, wow, great to see you in here, man. It's been a while. Okay, and Shark, hello, Duzman, all right, let's get into this higher time frame stuff and where are we going in this, and the VIX. This is going to be really important. It's so easy to see this on the VIX chart here. This is delayed data. It is free. It's investing.com. We have no affiliation with them. It's just we have the VIX in front of us. Now this is on the daily. Okay, now this is the index, right, from the CBOE. It's not the tradable product here. This is back on August 5th, right, 2024. God, I even forget what this was. What this event was, but we are not as high as that yet. But boy, today came really close to it, or pretty close to it. We're up in the 60s here on the VIX. Okay, so some now what I want to go over though is just zoom out in here. Now this is back in 2020. Okay, so this is COVID, right? This is pandemic, and we're way up here in the 85 range on the VIX. Okay, now just note though, like how often do these kind of events occur, right? The spike, these big spikes, and then the move right back down, and then most of the VIX, or the volatility, is within or below here. Let's just take a look here. I mean, the majority of it's below like 30. Okay, so anyway, a lot of traders look at 20 to 30, somewhere around there. Once it gets above that area, they're really starting to pay attention. Okay? So you options traders, like, my God, these kinds of moves like this and sell some premium, I mean, might be a great way of looking at it. But as well as like we'll look at some mean reversion type of trades. Now, for example, we were at a gap fill, Slaughterozzi. Yeah. Okay, at the 51.10 and a quarter back in June 2025. Okay, good one. Let's well, let me finish the point here on this. All right, so what we've got is elevated VIX. You can already see that the VIX opened here, and we're already back down to like 43 or so right now, right? So I mean, there's a lot of money in there for some options traders. Anyway, what do we see so far? Okay, so we see the gap here. Now this is like I said, you guys will have access pretty soon, I think, to this version of Bookmap to be able to zoom out like this. It's still in the testing. It's quite an effort to be able to do this. So these are weeks of data between each flat line here. So here's Monday, right? And we opened up down here, and you see we're green, right, for the day. It's been it's come back up above now. So what I'm trying to say is, like, although like everything looks horrible, some of these counter trend moves can be amazing, and we want to really keep that in check in here by elevated VIX, lots of fear, and look at the move down though. It's as big as the move. It's like at the 50% range in here, right? So we're right in the middle right now, and we don't know which way it's going to go, but we just know historically that when we get up into these levels in here, we don't stay up there for very long. Okay, that is inarguable. Uh, so yeah, we can see our move continues here to the upside. So a lot of people kind of getting stopped out on that big gap down, and then a lot of people buying it back up, and or getting stopped out on the way up as well. So just some ideas in here to consider. I'm not advocating any kind of plan in here, just going through bigger picture environment, what's going on out there. All right. So well, that 5110 has already been filled, Slaughterossi, right? And that was way back, way back. Should be able to see it in here. Is it possible to create a copy of a Trader Map Lite tab? I'm not sure. I mean, not Trader Map, maybe not Trader Map Lite. Yeah, there you go. Okay, excellent. Boy, Alois, you're awesome. So I'm wondering if you in Trader Map Pro you can, though. You should be able to. Well, we can try it. I don't know. I don't want to try it now. I don't want to get into, like, I know it'll just take a few minutes, but it'll throw us off our presentation. So you should be able to do it though in Trader Map Pro, maybe not Trader Map Lite, unless maybe you can open up another copied instrument. Yeah, instrument copy, just like Alois is showing here. Can I make a copy of a copy? Okay, there's our answer. So done deal. Yeah, but you should be able to do it as, I think, multiple, up to 5 or so in Trader Map Pro. Yep. Yeah, there's some. It gets kind of complex to answer that question. I'd love to answer it, as you can see, but I'm not going to go for the bait, Shark. We'll have to look at it later. All right. So let's see here. In Bookmap, you can track real time or a time of when a big order takes place in the free version. No, the free version is not real time. I mean, you can track the delayed time. Yeah, it's all correct. But if you want to take a look at that, Prendi, yeah, no problem. So let's take a look at our candlestick chart. All right. So here we go. Now this is where we left off on Friday, and we were up in kind of this, or we were just I think 10. I can't recall. We were looking for a kind of a dip into our zone in here that we had marked up with this swing down here in the candlestick on the ES. Now, this is the ES continuous contract from Rhythmic, and the zone was big. It's 51.83 down to 51.12 or so. So it's like a 70 point zone in here, but we have good reason to on Friday we took a counter trend trade on this huge day down, but we had good reasons though for it, and then the order flow started to support that reasoning, so we took it, and that's you know what we want to do in our trading. We know when we have an edge, we have our reasons for it. We take the trade and then we manage it. I would go back and I went back and looked at the management on the trade. It wasn't the greatest. I think the entry I was fine with, but this is all kind of debatable. I find that when these large kind of moves like this happen, it's on extreme volume and you just need to jump in because you're never going to get a pullback. And the volume is so heavy that it's okay. It won't really go against you anyway. Now the management on my on my trade on Friday was kind of funny. I think just was surprised the move was strong enough that it came back up and kind of retested the point of control. So a lot of mean reversion traders. I think we were kind of looking at VWAP, and we mentioned point of control. We mentioned that heck the other side of the range for the opening, but I think we ended the webinar and, and then Powell came out, started speaking, and no interest rate cut. Market kind of turned around and went to quite a bit lower for the day. But that mean reversion trade was pretty good before the announcement from Powell. Anyway, that's kind of my take on the management side of things. So let's jump in now and look at the markets. And wow, this is incredible. Look at this. Yeah, so this is massive volume here to the upside. We just kind of missed this as I was, jawboning here. Boy. Yeah, and then you can see like this is incredibly strong volume, trades into and through all of that liquidity, and now we're coming right back down to test it right down here. Look at this area in here as well. Because of all of this incredible buying, and it moved all the way, it went through this area and all of this high liquidity very quickly. You can see it's a very low volume or low traded area in here, and it's a pretty big gap around 100 down to 35. Okay, so like a 35 point move in here. Now it looks like the sellers are coming back in to kind of retest this area right now, and maybe we fill this gap in. Okay, doesn't have to happen. Usually on a strong day that or price moves away, that this area won't get tested until a day or two later or so. But anyway, looks like the sellers are coming right back in. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it come right back down into this 36 area here, somewhere around there. Yeah, okay, through high liquidity here. VWAP is down here at 20, and we're just looking for 36. And a little bit of a bounce. This is really pretty. Look at that. Maybe we can get back up to 100 here, 95 to 100. There's a pullback already. Okay, that's our low volume pullback there. I'm going to just, I don't have anything set up in here. Just to see if we can get, oops, that's not what I want. Sorry, guys. A buyer here and a buyer. Okay. All right. We got high liquidity at this 36. Actually, this is where we should be taking some profit. Okay. Just looking for the pushback. We're in that zone already, right? So I'm still looking to test this kind of lower end of the zone here in this high liquidity down here. See if we get it. A little closer, and I'm going to front run that. Not looking good. Was looking good for this. I was looking at this right in here, this kind of low volume pullback here, and then looking for continuation, low volume pullback again, and continuation. Found a bit of buying at this lower area here. Makes sense. I mean, I kind of in this kind of low area in here, but I'm still looking to explore down here into this high liquidity at around 35, 36. All right, we're going to get stopped out. All right, so we got some buying pressure come in, and see where they might be going. Okay, so are we looking for a low volume pullback here? I'll take that. Let's try one more. No, nope. Let's see if we can get back up above. Yeah, no, I'm going to pass on that. The relative volume in here, I mean, is kind of looks like it might be turning around, possibly, but not enough in here to give us that feel yet for the potential move back up. Yeah, and I'm going to have to widen these out quite a bit. So one of the ways to in this environment want to be careful is like, boy, either scalp a very low time frame, look for a very quick take profits, or widen out your stops and reduce your size. Okay, so a few different things to take a look at there, because the is just volatility, and we don't want to take that risk. By if we widen out the stops with a regular position sizing, we're going to get annihilated. Okay. All right, so we are trading down into that high liquidity, and we see guys front running it here. So again, we can start to look for a potential move back up to the upside here. Okay. Want to see this trade though, like we did earlier. I wanted to see it trade, and it came short of it, and that's why we got stopped out here. Okay, here we go. So now that did trade, look like, and we're coming back down to our VWAP here. Okay, and we're at the low volume or at the kind of end of that range in here, right? Okay, look at the volume in here. You can see how it's waning quite a bit. And here comes our buyers. put a little structure into things. Okay, and just not seeing anything yet. I really like that we saw some of this front running liquidity in here. And then some of this down here trading. Okay, so now into VWAP, into this 50-20. Okay, and now let's see what we get here. All right, I'm going to take a shot at this. Oof, boy, this is really going quickly. I'm going to have to just widen it out. All right. Actually, let's cancel this and put an OCO in here to sell and to sell and to sell and to sell up here. Or maybe. All right, let's see if these buyers can turn it on here. Okay, so target one already achieved. This market is it's moving very, very quickly. Again, guys, volatility in here. And we're looking for a bigger move here just because of, well, we traded VWAP. VWAP is actually moving up because of all that volume. All of this buy volume in here, we retested that area. We saw a lot of liquidity getting filled here. And then we already reduced some risk, and we're looking for another move up into here. Now, yeah, we'll just, if we can get up here to just in front of that high liquidity, we'll take our profit. And that'll be that. Yeah, the reasoning here is I want to get in the habit of in this webinar in here of more and more of hitting singles. We kind of run into trouble sometimes when we're looking at trying to mesh things with a higher time frame, and it just, let's just concentrate on some more higher probability or more likelihood of transacting and building confidence and then moving on to the next trade. Okay, so there we go. So we've hit that target just in front of that high liquidity as well. Right, so not bad. A few stop outs along the way. In fact, yeah, this is bothersome because you're looking at this. I cut myself short and saying, okay, we're just going to move on to the next trade. This is looking pretty good though for going up quite a bit higher. Anyway, just we had a lot of reasons, here for that bigger move. We're just going to take our profit and look for the next one though. All right. 300 plus point out of the ES nowhere. Yeah, absolutely. Core will that could totally happen here. Oh, you think this is crazy? No way. Are you kidding? Like a 300 point move is absolutely possible. Well, it already did it. I don't know if you're saying it's not possible, or let's see here. 300 point move on the ES out of nowhere, so foul and scammy. Oh, it makes, okay, I understand your point now. So you're just saying, like, yeah, it did a 300 point move here, and like it just makes you sick that Okay, I thought I misunderstood. Yeah, I get you. I hear you. Hey, this is a volatile period. I know. I mean, just think about it. Like, this was a almost. This is basically like a range bound trade here, and and that alone was, let's just say it was 40 on up to, 87. So that alone was like almost a 50-point move, and it happened in minutes as well. I mean, these are huge moves. There's just a ton of volatility. Anyway, uh, all right, let's take a step. We're coming right back down to VWAP. So it looks like we made a good decision, at least by the looks of it here, right? That we didn't stay in this, even though I thought we were going to miss a big move to the upside here. Um, anyway, let's move on. I want to take a bigger step back again in our bigger picture here. Yeah, we're kind of down by this. We're above this swing down here on the daily. God, I even have to go out to the week, really. Um, Here's our zone, and look at this move in here below this swing here, which is a pretty important one. And then this is the zone I'm really looking at here, to be honest. I didn't draw anything up yet, but probably should. Yeah, let's draw something up in here, and we'll just. I don't know how it will work in the rhythmic charts, but that's okay. At least we'll look at it for this webinar. Okay. Rectangle. Transparent. So I am interested in this little zone here. Oh, it's not so little. It's huge, in fact. All right. But maybe we can edit this as well. Okay, good. Okay. It's quite a big zone. You can see what I'm looking at here. The swing high back on, what is this? December 21, 2021. And then look at the breakout here. This little area of consolidation, and then the breakout. Guys, this is one of those patterns here on a weekly chart now, but this is a breakout pattern. No question. But we look for this on the lower time frames all the time. And now we've just kind of hit the top of that range, and then we see a reaction. Okay, so we haven't dipped into it yet and tested it really. So maybe we will later in today or this week or whatever. But this is the next level of interest for me on this weekly chart here. On our hourly, wow, there's not much I can get out of this hourly here except for maybe the gaps that we see in here. Else I'm pretty zoomed out, and I'm not getting much out of my hourly in here. Just maybe some of the volume and some of these massive wicks and the gaps. 15-minute chart. I got VWAP on here. This line. It's just about to test it. Looks like. Trading is life. What do you have for VWAP? Okay, so my rhythmic one's here around 49.85 or so on my 15-minute chart. But anyway, big moves up, big moves right back down after a big, huge gap as well. So kind of hard to decipher what's going on here in the 15-minute chart. I mean, this is another great area to get a bounce right in here. We're going to have, Look at all the transactions in here earlier. You know, we explored to the downside, found tons of buyers at the open, and big move to the upside, and retracing right back down to this cluster in your high volume node in here. Okay, so we need to kind of wait and see what the reaction is of traders at that area. Yeah, Ishmael, you prefer the 0DTE options? Well, absolutely. I mean, like if you're okay with it, and you're doing yeah, put debit spread, sounds great. I mean, you can get hurt very easily as well with your options. There's no question. Yeah, whatever works for you. Uh, I just think if you can look at Bookmap and some of the order flow in here is going to help you. Like in options, like just very simple one. In fact, we've got a 0DTE options trader, Brandon trades. Uh, you might want to check out what he does. It is the very simple, straightforward strategies. He's looking at higher time frame levels and liquidity. Does it trade into his higher time frame level? Does that liquidity trade? That is it, right? It's very straightforward and highly effective for him. Okay, and he sits and waits for his options levels or his levels. He's looking at mostly, I mean, SPY and QQQ, and then he's looking at the liquidity here in the S&P and the Nasdaq NQ. Okay. All right. Let's see if I got any other questions in here. I mean, boy, I mean, you can see like with the P&L in here, it's crazy. Like, just you know, I want to show a couple things in here. So this was okay. So I took a couple trades earlier, but like, now this is demo. It does say real trading here, but if you look up here, I'm trading into the Bookmap demo sim account that we have set up for you, so you guys can back test and forward test your trades. Okay. Anyway, our yeah. So we started off here not very well. Had a small loss. Had a kind of a big loss. Yeah, pretty big loss actually. And then a small one in here due to the stops getting the volatility. 40, 60 and 30 ticks is nothing. I placed a trade and got stopped out immediately. And then we caught a good one. And then you know, that took us back up above into the green. But my point is, and why I wanted to you know, show that in here, is first off, maybe you're not aware of it. The P&L in here, which is on the timeline as well. So it's kind of nice to see that. And then also to you know, go back and take a look. You know, how are you doing, and you know, how do we let like this happen? I kind of widened things out and was not looking for much of a move. Yeah, we just kind of got squeezed, and then the move did happen. Then we took the opposite move back up, and um, you know, but 2 losses and 1 win basically. And just if we kind of manage well enough, then you know, and have less losses, we're going to obviously, you know, do okay. Alan, okay, so Trump would pause tariffs for 90 days, but it was BS. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'm not seeing much right now at the moment. Like, again, there's some hard reads in here at least. Well, either really simple or really hard. Our idea was that we're going to hit this kind of the 15-minute VWAP. There's a previous swing here as well. Plus, we know there's going to be a high volume node in here on the 15-minute. And we'll see if we get a bounce out of that. And so far, that bounce has happened after we traded into this area here. Okay, and that's exactly where this move initiated as well. So this is an important level to take a look at. A note to Alan and Rob out there, Steven as well, and well, all you guys, trading is life. One of the things I just think is really crucial here is waiting for a really good higher time frame level, okay, or a really strong level. Our probabilities will go up a ton if we wait for a stronger level. Okay, now in this webinar, we don't always have that luxury of waiting for that really strong level. Okay, and we're going to go through many examples in here trading on lower time frames, and I'll explain the reasoning in just a minute. Okay, but it's more about demoing order flow and going through some of these concepts in here. This is not a trading room. It's not financial advice. This is about order flow and understanding how to start to have some ideas about implementation of your order flow. All right. Oh, the squeezes are amazing, Alan. Just amazing. I mean, look at some of these things. I mean, look at the size of this move. That's something. Yeah. One thing as well that, I mean, I think is really valid. There's a lot of, you might have been studying volume profile. You might have been studying like Fibonacci's or, different patterns or whatever it might be. In these environments, there's different kind of trading activity. Okay, so for example, this move here is from top to bottom, let's just call it 520 on up to, let's just call it 5100. So this is like an 80-point move right here. Okay, but look how it did it. I mean, okay, there's a little bit of a bottoming pattern, like maybe a double bottom here off the VWAP that at least I have here. But look how it came up here and faded right away. And so this environment, this is, we'd be looking in a regular environment, we'd be looking for some sort of shift and change in the order flow up here. Okay, we're not getting those kinds of moves. Just go back and take a look. Is really the thing to do, because if we take a look, hold on. If we go back and take a look in here, let's just use this zoom tool. All right. We see a different kind of order flow in here. A move up into high liquidity, kind of retest a little bit higher, and a move almost straight back down. Okay, there is a little bit of a, one more little jaunt here on a kind of low volume pullback before the move back down lower. Okay, but this is how it's been trading. Okay, so look for these moves into high liquidity, and then look for potential reversals after high liquidity, and just go back and research it, because you can see the same thing happened here, right? And now this is what I was mentioning like last week, the NQ, and we can jump over to the NQ. We're just not going to see, we're going to see single digit liquidity, I'll tell you that. Um, but anyway, um, the NQ will trade up into, an area of high liquidity, and then like boom, it has a reaction. Okay, but this, you start to understand like the traders and how they're trading, and reaction to the orders in the market. That's how you can start to know your markets, start to put together a plan. And now this would be more of a plan for volatility. Okay, so yeah, here comes, boy, God, we really just turn our head a little bit and we miss stuff. The let's see here. All right, so let's see how this works out. Okay, so we have high liquidity up here, 5100. Okay, so we haven't traded it yet though. Okay, so let's see, we traded into this one, but that acted actually as a kind of um, high volume node support here, or support area. Okay, so now we can even trade up into it too. Like this looks pretty good for buyers to hit this 100. I got burned on it last time, so I'm going to hold off. But I'm looking for them to trade up into 100 here. Now let's see what the reaction is up at 100. They probably go through it a little bit, but then I would imagine, based on the behavior we have been seeing, that we'll probably see a move right back down, maybe to 70 here. 70 liquidity that just came in the market not too long ago. Anyway, like, we'll verify this, but it's worthy to go back, take a look, understand how the market is reacting at specific areas in terms of the order flow. And you'll have to, modify your plan potentially, or your management. 5070 is right above VWAP. Really? That's the VWAP you have? I don't know. I'm all confused on the VWAP. Trading is life. You have yours reset maybe at on a 5-minute chart. Okay. But it should be one. It shouldn't. Okay, you have it reset at 9:30. Okay. I mean, VWAP's VWAP. It doesn't matter what time frame you're on. That's the beauty. That is just the beauty of VWAP. It's super simple, one line, and everyone can understand it. Okay, there's our move. Now let's see what we get after this. Okay. Okay, there's our exhaustion. Now, I'm not going to trade it, but there's our exhaustion. And now we're looking to see if we get sellers coming back in, and maybe they can move it down to this liquidity here. Okay, at 70. No, still getting buyers. In fact, we are getting a pattern in here this time. Okay, it's still buy side then. Okay, we're still bullish then. After we've gotten through this area in here, yep, we're looking for, okay, 17 or 18 is already traded. A high liquidity up here at 56 or 50, the figure. I'm looking for a pullback now. There's some exhaustion and then some selling. No, we're not going to get it. Yeah, still very strong buying. Okay, a lot of exhaustion here and some selling. Okay, I don't see them buying, so sellers should be able to take this down. Maybe back down to about 100, 5,100. This is the first stop right here, though, would be this liquidity. The next one would be this one here at 10. So 17, 10, and then 100. Okay, that 17, 18, whatever it is here, that's already traded. Okay, our 10 level here, just transacting now. I don't see any liquidity in here though, guys. So like it was just previous liquidity over here, and also this next level 100. I don't see anything either. I mean, it's down here at 80, which just came in. Previously it was here at 70. This liquidity in here. So if these sellers want to meet the buyers, they're down here. At least the passive ones. Right. ETI, great point. This environment offers absolutely. I wanted to mention it earlier on the anchored VWAP, but in this market, these offer great anchored VWAP points. Absolutely, great point. Let's do it. Let's add some anchored VWAPs in here because they're clean and clear. Look at that. You know, it jibes very well with the way this market is trading. So, and now the anchored VWAP, if you know, we know that there are buyers behind it in a certain area, then we look for them to support it at a certain area. Yeah, we can go to the NQ in just a minute here. Let's add a couple anchored VWAPs though. I just need to right click and add an anchored VWAP. I also want to add one down here. All right, while that's doing its job, let's jump over to the NASDAQ and take a look. Wow. Look at the liquidity in here. Something's wrong here. This doesn't look right. Let's jump over to maybe the regular NASDAQ here. Okay, no, I think I just have it too stark. All right, so let me go back to the default settings on the heat map. Restore. Really? What is going on here? I mean, I know that there's very little liquidity in here. I don't seem to be getting depth data in here on my NASDAQ. Yeah, this 41 should show up as red up here. Huh. Okay, so anyone else have experiencing that? Okay, no, this is did I limit the depth in here? No, no, now it's working. I see it. Huh. Okay, so something's really skewing this NASDAQ here. I don't know what it is. I'm getting depth data. Yeah, yeah. That I've never seen this before, Alois. We zoom in a little bit, we can see the depth in here. But there's something going on in here where either like if we look at our Trader Map Pro version, I mean, yeah, I mean it's showing it. But these areas should show up here as being red, unless there's very close to the market in here, which is possible. So let's see if we can, if something very close to the market in here is like, yeah, like just kind of flash, like maybe 80 or 50 or something like that, then it's going to skew the map. So it's going to look like this. Yeah, so I'm getting depth. All right, so I know that. So then let's go back to the settings in here, and we can put in some filtering in here. Okay, we can even should be able to lower it down and see everything in here. Okay, or I can use exact size in here. So no cutoff, and then we can put a cutoff in here, maybe 10. See what that looks like. All right, how about 5? Really? 3? Wow, this is insane. Wow. Okay, guys, I'm not. This isn't right. Something seems. I mean, we're getting depth data. Um, I guess we're just, yeah, I guess these little pockets in here showing very. This is what must be happening here. We can double check it. Little pockets in here will show very high liquidity. Like this one is only 4. What is this one? It's only 5. Well, maybe someone comes in with like 20, 30 contracts and that'll blow it out, and then that will make some of these other levels up here. But here, 26, we can see that's the highest, right? And that's red. All right. Yeah, no, it's correct. It's correct. It's just the condition of the market. There's very few orders in here. I mean, the book in here, look at it, you know, 3 contracts. Uh, and then yeah, maybe up to 10, up to 30 here, but that level's been in here for a while. No, it's correct, Stephen. Yeah, it looks correct to me. It's just a crazy market. So we can't even demo that. What the ES is kind of trading like the NASDAQ, basically. Okay, the ES moved back up. Here's our V. We were waiting for our VWAPs, right? And yeah, here is our. This is the VWAP from this high here. it's already broken. It actually worked here. So nice one. It kind of worked in here as well. Broke through it here, then broke through it. The one on the downside, maybe this swing would be even better. This swing kind of still holding. It came back down to it around here. Maybe that's not a great. Maybe we should go off of this swing here. Let's see. And we can definitely get rid of some of these. Like this one, I think we can get rid of. And this one. All right. All right, so we got off the swing here, 1040, 1041 or so, and then off the swing here, 1047. I'm not a pro at the VWAP like some of you guys are, but what I like to do is, first off, do I have the correct swing? Do I see traders reacting off of it? If it breaks, I'm not interested. I will delete it. And I also want to see that if I choose this or this as the swing, then I want to see that there is buying behind it, right? That's why I chose it, is because it's not just because it's a swing, is that there was a reaction right at that after that swing. Like that's why I kind of like this one better, to be honest. Like I know there's a reaction in here off of it, and then I would look for it. Now it actually just traded into and through it right now, and that's actually, well, it's a test on the higher time frame here at least. So now we're coming back down to this one and this swing. So I want to see if larger players are averaging into their position at this anchored VWAP here. That would be the assumption. That's why we use the anchored VWAP to begin with. Okay, so now what do we have here to support some of that? Well, this high liquidity we traded through it, still going lower, still more supply by the aggressive side. So I'm looking to then match this VWAP with some of the passive liquidity here at 85 and maybe 80 here. Okay, and then let's see if we get a reaction after that. Okay, these were actually levels we talked about at this swing here. This 80 and 70 liquidity in here. All right, so we're trading into it. Let's watch this level in here. Now again, let me just preface this. This level, I don't think it's a very high quality level on the higher time frame, but we're gonna watch it closely nonetheless. Okay, we do have some swings down here. We do have a zone. We do have anchored VWAP, and we do have liquidity in here. Okay, we also have kind of a low volume node in here. It looks like, let's see, was it? I think I saw it. Yeah. Okay. So there's some good reasoning here to look for some potential buying. Okay, now we want to verify that. Okay, so it's starting to accumulate. Okay, accumulating. So we're watching this little area in here, pulling off of it, accumulating up in here, and you can see it's not holding right now. So we need to see buying back up here if we're looking for this move. If we're going to go with these VWAP traders and our kind of little zone in here and our liquidity levels in here. Okay, so we've avoided it so far. We're down into 70, trading into that liquidity now. And now do we get a reaction down here by buyers? Nothing. Okay, there's a little shot right there by some buying, but they've got to clear these areas. Again, it's really up here that we want to see it. Right now we can trade up to it, but you know, boy, then like you're looking to, you know, take some profit. That would be a scalp up to it, and you're out. And then you look for the next trade, which next trade might be another buy to the upside. Okay, high liquidity coming into this 88 level here, so we already see a battle starting to kind of form here, right at our cluster. Okay, now the question is there more aggressors? And it's turning into an area of volatility. There's buying and selling up here. Is that making sense, guys? Like, you know, we kind of preface it as, you know, it's not an important level, but for what we have in this time during the webinar, this is what we're looking for. We have conditions in here. Now we're looking for our aggressors. Okay, so we're starting to see that cluster. Now we just traded into that liquidity here. Now we got to get through it. Okay, and if we see it, then we can jump in. We're approaching the London close. So this is going to be a volatile time as well. Okay, European close, a lot of traders positioning end of their sessions. All right, here come our aggressors. Let's see if we can get it here. Okay, so we missed it, so we got it on the pullback. And then now we're looking for a move back to our 5100, I guess. Yep, let's just put our target there. I like it. There's some liquidity up here too. Okay, if this is a false breakout, we'll jump out of it. You know, but so far so good. Starting to see the volume build again. In fact, we can look for a second leg out of this, but I'm not going to. We're just going to hit a single here and get in that habit. Yep. So look what happened, right? This is our European close. I should have just jumped right out of that, but anyway, yeah, we're just going to have to take a pretty big loss on that. We're going to trade down to 5,000 here. Let's see if we can come right back up though. Okay, if we go through 5,000, I'm out. Yeah, we're out. Okay. All right. So bad management, but look, I knew it. I saw it as it was happening, and I should have just ran over and hit the flatten very, very quickly. The that would be the way out. Other than that, everything else is looking pretty good. We came like very close to the target, which was just above here, and it didn't. This one didn't work out, and false breakout. In fact, the false breakout. This is still, I would say, this is a breakout, no doubt. Look at the volume in here. This is a low volume pullback after a breakout, strong volume to the buy side, curls back up, and again strong volume to the buy side. Okay, the setup is there, and that's that. And then the price action in here, I didn't freeze. I took the loss. I saw it. I know I should have jumped over here, hitting the flatten button, but it happened very, very quickly, and I'm okay with that. It's just demo account anyway, but we'll do the same thing again. In fact, it looks like we might have a move right back up to it. This is a larger player dumping, selling. There's no question about it. I mean, in my book, I mean, look at the size of the volume in here. They have a lot of supply and they're offloading. Yeah, and even though if it happened really quickly, it's okay. I mean, I saw it. I could have gotten out. um, the thing that what is bothersome in here was I wanted to cover a point about just taking our profit up here. I've taken this so many times, this trade, and it looks good for it to come up here as a flag pattern. Broke out. It had strong volume. It was very, very little selling on the pullback here, and again strong volume coming in again. Everything looking good to just hit our profit here. I would say I was even thinking of moving it up here and getting another leg out of this. So impulse move, pull back, impulse move. That's fine. It's breaking news, Kevson. Okay, thank you. All right, so additional 50% tariffs on China. Wow. Is that verified? Did everyone else get that? That makes sense to me to explain this move here. Because else everything is looking pretty good. Oh boy, it really is a trade war. Okay, thanks, Slaughterozzi. This is the environment we're in. It's a double-edged sword. The only thing we can do is manage our risk, right? And I didn't do a very good job on that. I won't do that in the future. I saw it. There's no excuse. Okay, I should just get out. And instead, I held it down to. I thought I said 5,000. No. Yeah, I got a big loss out of that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's fine. We'll just brush it off and not do that again. And look for the next setup. And and funnily enough, what I was trying to cover in here was hitting singles and getting out and looking for the next trade. And that's it. right? Just hit those singles, and instead, I kind of turned that into a mess. That's fine. That's on me, and don't do it again. And this is geopolitical stuff, and that makes sense. And we don't know when that's going to happen. That is a part of the risk. Okay, so learn from my mistake in here. That's the risk. And that's the environment that we are in. Okay, so hit singles, get out. If you start to see something going against you like that, get out. And build confidence, basically, or just don't even trade, right? We've been covering this in the academy. If you think that you're not trading well, and you're not sure about the trade you're taking, then don't trade. The one thing that we really want to take care of is our confidence in our trade and trading. Okay, so first off, what's the one thing that would help us the most? And that is that we understand we're taking a high probability trade. And that comes from back testing. That comes from experience. And you know that when you put the trade on, you have a very good chance of making money. Else, why would you do it? Right? And so make some money out of it. And now, if you haven't traded that for long, and you haven't back tested it much, you don't have a lot of instances of it, then just hit singles. Build that confidence. Start to trust your edge. Okay. I know it sounds like a kind of a bunch of mumbo jumbo. I believe in it, that you've got to build your confidence. You've got to see the trade. You got to know your setup, and then you take it and you see what happens. Because then you got to manage it. Really, there's nothing more you can do. You've done everything. Is you can control the risks at that point, and that's about it. But if you go for like a 1-to-1 risk reward, and you build some confidence on it, give yourself a little bit of money, you can stay in the game. Of course, you're going to miss big moves and you're going to kick yourself. And hopefully you don't let something like this happen. Instead, you just get out. And then that's that. It's over. And maybe you lost a little bit, but in the overall, you did well for the day. And then and just take the next one, and take the next one, etc. Okay. Yep. Looks like you got True Social on here, Slaughterozzi, and by April 8th, be 50% effective April 9th. Wow. Okay. Well, that's pretty negative news. Yeah, I think you could probably just go short in here. And just look for this to go down. Yeah, we should at least test some of these lows, right? European close coming up, but this kind of changes everything. Okay, so our whole kind of outlook for the day is upended. All right, let's start. Let's kind of end where we started, right here, right? This volatility contraction, after the big move up. Okay, and now we have new information here that upends the whole thing in here, right? And you can see that's why we've moved back up again on volatility. Okay, we were at somewhere around 47, and now we're back up to about 52, 53. Right, there's a pullback. It's not as much volume as I thought on the sell side in here. More on the buy side on this move back up. Interesting. Okay, if I see a little more selling in here, I'm going to jump back in, and I don't see it yet. Okay, there we go. Let's see it, sellers. Let's see what you got now. Oops. I'm all over the place. Okay, I missed it. Let's try it again. And close of the day. Yeah, I mean, I can only see this, and it's already moved up here after that initial move to the downside here. Guys, look where it went to. Look at that level of liquidity here, 54.50, retest, and then a drop. The only reason I can see why we'd even come back up to here again is if there's no aggressive selling by larger players in here. We kind of float back up here in very low volume, so that we start to see the sellers back up in these areas up in here, okay, which does happen. But I'm looking for more sellers just to jump back in, basically. Right. This is we have some fundamental reasons in here. Okay, so let's see if we get it. You're a little more selling right here. Let's see, at 91 is what we'd be looking for. We're not getting it. Getting buyers. And we're getting squeezed. Okay. Let's see if we can get back down here again. And we're looking for sellers here in this structure break. And there are the sellers. Now, doesn't mean anything yet. Okay, so some buying off of that area. Some sellers, and let's see it, sellers. There we go. And we'll take some off at the bottom of the range here. Get it? Okay, so we're out one position. I still got two on. I should probably take another one off. Just hit singles like we've been saying. I think I'm just going to do that. And then I'll keep a runner. Yeah, I'll just cancel this one. And maybe I'll move this one back up to 49.50 and we'll kind of reinvestigate it at that point. Okay, so anyway, that's what I'm doing in here. Just get back on the horse, hit a few singles, and then let's see if we can get some follow through in here. If I get buyers back up above this kind of 0.2, then I am out. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get that. I'm out. I'm not going to get squeezed again on that. All right, guys. Anyway, odd session. Some fundamental data, or not fundamental, but yeah, well, it's fundamental, but just kind of geopolitical type stuff that happens out of the blue. That was the scenario here. We'll wrap up the session though, and tomorrow I will have to see if I'm on or not. I have an appointment I need to have at the doctor's, so I won't. I don't know if I'll be able to make it in time. I'll let you guys know tomorrow in the All Markets chat room there if I'm gonna present or not. So might not be able to. All right. All right, guys. Well, anyway, I hope if anything that learn some a few things in here. Be careful out there. You can see this in market, like you can lose or win very, very quickly. So if you want to build confidence, don't get wiped out. And that's the most important part. And it's to build confidence, you have to believe in your trades. How do you believe in them? Well, you've done the groundwork. Okay. And once you have that, though, you can't be taken away. You know, there will be misses, there will be losses, of course. And you know, maybe sometimes the strategy won't work for a long period. Well, you have to go back and revisit and rebuild. Okay, it's a dynamic thing. All right, guys, enough. Thanks for coming, everybody, and we will catch up with you on. I'll let you know about tomorrow. For those of you over in YouTube, come on over to our Discord channel and partake in the discussion over there. Hit the like button, please, if you like this, and join the Discord channel. You're going to get a lot more over there. There's a lot more resources. You get the like-minded traders over there. We've got a great group. We have a Bookmap Academy as well. So some nice stuff. Let's see if there's any more last-minute questions over in YouTube. Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Now I see you had also addressed this about the tariffs on China. Yeah, you're right. K square, KS square. I let that one slip. That was stupid. I saw it. It was right there. Anyway, that's okay. I'm confident of making it back, especially in this environment. And we'll take it from there. Thanks, everybody. Take care, and we'll let you know about tomorrow. All right. Bye-bye.